Hello there and welcome to News Desk. My name is Kamini Nyamani Amana. On the program today, we'll discuss a number of issues. Top of those issues we'll be discussing this morning is children who live around the new Esioya River in the eastern region who would have to swim to school. Also to come today, a private firm in Ashongman decides to take toll on a bridge in that area. We'll find out what all of this is about. To speak to Urban Roads on this matter as well. Is this right or wrong? We'll find out here. Accra Psychiatric Hospital reimbursed with funds, and we'll get into that conversation as to how much of the funds they have got and how this could change operations there. You recall sometime last week they decided that patients would have to pay up front the treatment they get from the facility. But be a part of the conversation on social media platforms. Join News on TV, on Facebook and on Twitter. On Facebook, you find me at Kamini Nyamani Amano, and on Twitter, it's at Kimini. I'll be absolutely thrilled if you get in touch. Don't go away. I'll be right back with our first conversation. This is News Desk, and thanks for your company here. Private firm in Ashongman, Jake Dan Company, has embarked on what may appear to be a corporate social responsibility, except that this time it's not free. The company has started rehabilitating some roads in the Ashongman area, and as part of the rehabilitation process, motorists are made to pay tolls of between 1 and 2 Ghana cedis. Revenue that could have ideally gone into state's coffers. My colleague Latif Idris spoke to some of the drivers. Take a listen.
The assembly is not doing anything. If it is from the head of Deben, we don't know. So if they are taking the money to their pocket, we don't know. But it's not doing anything around here. That's what I can say.
Are you okay with the 1 cedi?
I'm okay with the 1 cedi because they did something I've seen. I have to pay it, so I'm not having problem with paying the 1 cedi.
Okay.
Because I had to assume I have road none yet to be sure so be now. Why away? Wabo can on so GBB Kakrana or the Atene Nekas. Yeah, I some also no bay. I'm also technical things yeah, but problem be no. And assembly as a pay won't be
yes, all that I know is they are using it to construct the road for us, especially they rent the steps as a lot, so they use it to buy stones and others to at least to manage for us.
And do you know whether or not they account to that?
I don't know for that. I don't know. I know it's 1 month thing. Okay, I'm not okay, but at least I have to go out. I don't want to be embarrassed too, so I have to pay so that I can get access to roads so that I can go out.
Latif Idris is here with me. Let's look at this issue for the next few minutes. Thank you very much for your time here. But what did you find when you went to Ashongman, really? What was the situation like?
Apparently, this road that you just saw in short had been in a very bad state for a very long time. Motorists told me that whenever it's rained in the past, they were unable to use this stretch around Old Ashongman pure water. So this private company came in and decided that, okay, we are going to give this road a facelift. So they bought some chippings and gravels and started working on it. And, they don't want to do this for free. So they've mounted a checkpoint and they are taking toll. If you have a bigger truck, like tipper trucks, they pay 2 cedis. And then saloon cars also have to part ways with 1 cedi before you can make the crossing.
How bad is this road?
Okay, for now, it's manageable, I can say that. But because I didn't get a chance to see it when it was in a deplorable state, as motorists told me, So for now, I can say it's okay.
So what work have residents told you has been done on the road by this private company, the Jake Dunn company?
Yeah, it was evident. You know, construction is still ongoing, because when we got there, we realized that there are some chippings and gravels that are, you know, packed along the stretch. So that tells you that still there are construction works ongoing. And going forward, I think Jake Dunn wants to upgrade, you know, the state of the road network there. And I spoke with the MCE from Jake Dunn's collecting toll. And what he told me was that he is aware of what is going on at Jake Dunn's, but then the assembly can't take that responsibility now, because they fail the people. You know, that's how I want to see it. They fail the people. So now they are giving Jake Dunn a kind of period to recoup whatever it's lost in the rehabilitation process. He also feels that...
Let's take a listen to this MCE, because when we come back, I want to know how really the residents, the users of the road, react to this. I know we've heard from a few drivers there, but it'll be interesting to go deeper into what they think about this, because it seems to be some sort of a blessing, but at the same time, you're going to have to pay for that blessing. So let's take a listen to the MCE.
There is a link from the Ashongman village that joined the pure water road to the estate. There is a development there which was done by an individual. The road itself have been taken over by call it flood or something, and the person put gravels on the wall, the side of his wall, which have make it motorable, right? They further constructed a culvert, you know. But if you look at the area carefully, the road is a bit far from the wall. But because that have been made motorable, that's where a lot of people are driving through, you know. And I think it came to our notice, and we directed the guy to submit us with the cost of the cover that they constructed, so that the assembly will refund the money. Then we can then have it clear. But when you go to the ground itself, there's a vast area where it's supposed to be the road, but because they protected their wall, it means that became easy for people to pass. And as an assembly, we should be able to encourage people who have taken some initiative, and then when we take up that responsibility from them by paying them, that thing will be off.
And to start,
the road that we have, I don't think anybody have mounted this thing on the road. I think I've given you a description, and you were there, so you can see. If somebody decide to make sure that he protect his wall, and for that matter, vehicles start driving on that side, and he's taking something, you know, what you can do as an organization or the community is for us to make sure that we take that responsibility. We have a road that you can still go without passing through that man's wall. You see, I want it to be established very clear. The road that you see that they've made the culvert was actually on the side of the wall of that.
Right, so let's continue with our discussion on this private firm in Ashongman, Jake Dunn's company, that is charging up to 2 Ghana cedis on road use by motorists because it is rehabilitating this road. Latif Idris has been on this BTC here with me in the studio. Is the MCE or the Municipal Assembly working in conjunction with Jake Dunn?
No, Jake Dunn is doing this independently without paying any quota or, say, fraction of whatever they make there to the Assembly.
To the Assembly.
It is totally an independent initiative Jake Dunn has taken up on itself.
And the MCE seems comfortable with that,
yeah,
because
they feel the people. Now you feel the people, then an individual has taken it upon himself to do this. So now they are kind of locked. They can't go to Jake Dunn and say, put a stop to, because you can't do anything.
Did you speak with Jake Dunn on this story?
We met an attendant there who wouldn't speak with us because he said Jake Dunn hasn't given him the go-ahead to speak with us. So he declined speaking to the news team when we got there.
I see. Now, so here's what thank you very much, Latif. Here's what we want to do with the story. We want to go further on it. We'll speak with Urban Roads in a bit, just when I am prompted that Urban Roads is over the telephone. Let's find out what Urban Road thinks about this. Is this all right, or something could be done about it? Shouldn't the country be benefiting one way or the other from this? But a total ceding to a private investor doesn't sound good in my ears. We'll find out on that.